Well, everybody just drive safely and just watch the holes in the road over here on Plant.
A Macon woman says a road near her home is bumpy and has actually damaged her tires, and it's driving her crazy. You'll find out all about it still ahead. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. You are looking live over downtown Macon. You can tell we had some rain roll through this morning. It is 6:30 on this November 22nd. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanye Reese. It's a little eerie out there. It seems like it's like the calm before the storm.
Right, the calm before the cold is what we're really looking forward to, Courtney.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to get very, very cold behind this front. We first have to get through the rain. Thankfully, just some light rain for the most part, but still enough to leave a nice little coating on the roads. So the roads are slick this morning. You're going to want to give yourself a couple extra minutes. For the most part, mainly if you're north of Macon is where we're dealing with the rain. We had one batch of rain roll through earlier that did push into Lawrence County. We have a little bit of that rain left, but for the most part, that first line is starting to fizzle apart. But more rain, of course, on the way. So you're going to want to pack that umbrella for the start of the morning, or maybe the raincoat, so you can stay a little bit warmer and you can also stay dry. 2 for 1. You're looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent. Yes, the road's just a touch on the slick side here in Macon. 56 degrees to get the day going, so it's cool out there, but temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be much colder than this. Area-wide, mid to upper 50s, 55 in Warner Robins and in Gordon. We're at 55 in Forsyth and 57 in Montezuma. Skies will clear by noon. We'll see a lot of sunshine today, and it's going to be very breezy. Temperatures in the 60s for the afternoon. Now let's talk about the colder air behind this front. All those details are in a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. This morning, Bibb County deputies continue to investigate a traffic accident on Pio Nono Avenue that left a person in critical condition.
Now, it happened just before 4 yesterday morning on Pio Nono at Broadway. The sheriff's office says a man driving a Freightliner ran into the back of a 25-year-old. His name is Dylan Wood's car. In the car, he went to the hospital as of 6 yesterday morning. He was still listed in critical condition.
Deputies say the truck driver did not stop after hitting Wood's car. Investigators later found the Freightliner abandoned on Houston Avenue.
Right now, Twiggs County investigators continue to look into a shooting on I-16 that left a woman from the Atlanta area dead. Sheriff Darren Mitchum says it happened just before 9:30 yesterday morning after an argument with her boyfriend. He says the couple drove on I-16 west near the Segota Road exit when they believe the boyfriend fired shots, hitting the woman at least 4 times. She later died at the hospital. Mitchum says the couple was driving from the Brunswick area up to Atlanta. The victim's boyfriend is currently in custody. Mitchum says they'll release more information once they reach the victim's family.
Well, after a month-long trial process, 3 men accused in the Ahmaud Arbery case could soon find out their fates. Starting this morning, attorneys in the trial over Arbery's 2020 shooting death will give closing arguments. This comes after 10 days of testimony from the prosecution and defense, and that included one of the 3 men accused, Travis McMichael, taking the stand. He and his father, Gregory McMichael, along with William Roddy Bryan, each pleaded not guilty to all charges in connection to Arbery's death, including murder. When closing arguments end, jury deliberations will begin. And in 2 more headlines from across Georgia, authorities in Atlanta continue to search for the airport passenger whose gun went off over the weekend. Police say 42-year-old Kenny Wells' gun fired at the domestic main checkpoint of the Atlanta airport. The situation Saturday started with a bag search, according to TSA. That's when an agent at the checkpoint identified a prohibited item using the X-ray. They say a TSA officer told the passenger not to touch the bag, and as the officer opened the compartment containing the item, the passenger reached for it into the bag and grabbed a gun. It went off. Atlanta police say Wells ran off with the gun. Authorities say he faces charges including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Today, the State House could approve a redistricting plan likely to increase the GOP advantage among Georgia's 14 congressional representatives. Saturday, a House redistricting committee voted to approve the map. That sets it up for a final vote today in the Georgia House. Republicans currently hold an 8-6 edge in Georgia's congressional districts. The proposed map would shift that edge to 9-5. Let's get you to some election news happening in Central Georgia. Today, voters in Warner Robins can cast a ballot to decide the international city's next mayor.
Early voting for that runoff election starts this morning. Randy Toms is running for a 3rd term, and LaRonda Patrick is challenging him for the seat. So here's a few reminders if you plan to get out your ballot today early. Remember, you do have to have registered by October 4th to vote in this runoff election.
You have 2 places that you can actually cast your ballot, either the House and Health Pavilion in Warner Robins or at the House and County Board of Elections in Perry. Both are open from 8 to 5 during the 3-day election early voting period. You have until this Wednesday, November the 24th, to get your vote in early. If you miss the chance to vote early, you can cast your ballot on Election Day. That's set for next Tuesday, November the 30th. All right, let's turn you to some health news. Getting out to get your vaccine shot is as simple as walking into the Macon Bibb County Health Department. The department will block off today and tomorrow at its clinic to focus on walk-in patients who want to get their COVID-19 and or flu vaccines. That's according to Macon Bibb Communications. They say that you can get the shots from 8:15 to 4:15 each day at the spot on Forsyth Street. The department will offer adult COVID-19 vaccines and booster shots. They'll also give out Pfizer's pediatric vaccine to kids 5 to 11. Anyone under the age of 18 must have an adult with them.
Well, this week you have a chance to give back with blood donations. That comes as the American Red Cross continues to deal with an emergency blood shortage. If you do want to donate, the Georgia chapter says there's a drive in Warner Robins tomorrow. It's at the Phoenix at Lake Joy on Lake Crossing Drive, and it runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there are several options to give on Wednesday. So here's two options. You can go to the Galleria Mall in Centerville. That drive runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also head to Stubbs Park in Dublin on Park Place from 1 to 6. You do need to make an appointment for all of these, which you can do through the Red Cross. And if you give through tomorrow, you get a $10 Amazon gift card. And those who donate from Wednesday through Sunday could get a pair of Red Cross socks. Well, how about a story that comes straight from the heart? This month is Epilepsy Awareness Month.
That's right, and a young gymnast from Warner Robins shares how she manages it every day. Annabella Kay had her first seizure when she was 8 years old while at gymnastics practice. After that, she had up to 15 seizures a day. Annabella's pediatric neurosurgeon diagnosed her with a temporal lobe epilepsy and gave her two options, either surgery or medication.
Well, he says studies show the surgery would be more effective, but it did pose some dangers. Nevertheless, Annabella had the surgery at 9 years old, and now 2 years later, she is seizure-free. Peggy Kay, Annabella's mom, recalls how her daughter maintained a positive attitude and continued to do what she loves, gymnastics.
She was trying to perform in gymnastics, and the coaches were so compassionate and wonderful to allow her to do it. But I know they were scared to death to see her get up on that balance beam. So when I look at Bella, I think of George Strait's song, "Today I Saw God," because that's just how I feel when I look at her. She's just a miracle.
And you know, I shared earlier, I used to have epilepsy, and it's definitely something where you have to trust and listen to the doctors, because I feel like it's something that you can overcome because I overcame it.
You did, and she did, and we are so proud of both of you, and good things are coming your way.
We definitely are. Now, Dr. Jason Blatt says all cases of epilepsy, they're definitely different. You need to consult with your doctor or neurosurgeon for the best treatment plan.
Annabella says one day she wants to be a gymnastics coach and help kids just like her overcome their fears when they have a seizure. That is so great. She's wanting to give back to other people.
Amazing.
And you can get more stories straight from the heart on your own time. You can stream them right now by downloading 13 WMAZ on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Just search 13 WMAZ in the App Store and visit 13WMAZ.com/stream for more details. Time is now 6:37 a.m. With a little bit of faith, you can overcome anything.
It's the truth.
And a little bit of coats tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to need a lot of jeans,
Oh, yes.
a lot of coats,
Tomorrow,
a lot of layers.
it's going to be a triple C kind of morning.
All right.
Coffee, coat.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Christ coffee and Coke.
That works
That's a
too.
good one.
Some prayers.
Hey, listen, you're going to need something, because it's going to be very, very cold tomorrow. And hey, we're heading into the Christmas season almost. Of course, we have Thanksgiving in a couple days. So then it'll be 4, because then you can add cocoa to the list. Hot cocoa. Not Caitlin's dog cocoa, but, she'll
keep you warm.
I was going to say, Coco is super cuddly, and so is Colby. All right, I'm done. We're done with the C's, okay? We're done. All right, let's move on. Hey, listen, I'll spit them off all morning now. My name starts with a C. All right, so, and our cold front, I really need to stop. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to tell you the weather, I promise. So our cold front is starting to move through the area. High pressure is starting to filter in behind it. And you can see that stark contrast where the clouds start to clear. And guess what? We will see some of that today. And by that, I mean sunshine. We just have to get through the rain that is rolling through for the start of the morning. For the most part, just light rain starting to push into Monroe, Crawford, Taylor County, Upson County, here in Bibb County as well, Baldwin and Jones County. We did have a batch of rain out ahead of all of this, so we've already had some rain roll through ahead of what we are starting to experience now. What does that mean? The roads are wet in a lot of spots this morning. Lawrence County, you are one of those places. That line of rain that moved in earlier this morning now starting to fizzle out, though, here in Lawrence County. You're looking live on top of the Fred Roberts building in Dublin, 57 degrees there. It's pretty mild to start the morning. Still chilly, though. You'll need at least a light jacket, but of course also pack that umbrella, especially all of you students getting ready to head out to the bus stop. You don't want to be waiting out in the bus stop in chilly rain. 56 in Macon, 55 in Warner Robins, 55 in Forsyth, 57 in Unadilla, and to get the day going in Wrightsville. This front going to move through pretty quickly. As we head through the next couple of hours, the front starts to clear, and by lunchtime, notice the front is out of the way. And at this point, we start to have sunshine filter in. But not only are we going to have sunshine, it's also going to be breezy. We could see wind gusts, and I'll bring you through the numbers in just a second, 20 to 25. So it'll be sunny, mild. Temperatures today still going to head into the mid 60s, but also very windy. So you're going to want both hands on the steering wheel as you're making your way to and from work, because we're already starting to pick up that wind. Today, low to mid 60s. We'll see a good bit of sunshine by the afternoon. Now tomorrow morning, we're waking up upwards of 20 degrees cooler, low to mid 30s. Pair that with the wind that will persist into tomorrow. It's going to feel more like the 20s. So we'll start to pick up the wind in the afternoon. By the evening for that ride home, could see gusts again 20 to 25 with isolated gusts higher through the evening and to start tomorrow morning. You're definitely going to need to bundle up tomorrow morning, as like I mentioned, it's going to feel more like the upper 20s in most spots. As we head into Wednesday and then of course Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, mornings are going to stay in the 30s. It's going to be cold, and then Friday morning we'll go back in the mid 40s. That's ahead of our next cold front that you can see will put us back in the 30s to kick off the weekend. Here's a look at that Thanksgiving forecast. Of course, just 3 days away. We'll start the morning in the low 30s, highs in the low 60s, mostly sunny skies to go along with it. Overall, it'll be a great holiday. 7-day forecast looks like this. Mid 60s today with that morning rain chance, and then we will be in the 30s tomorrow morning, feeling more like the 20s. Highs only in the 50s Tuesday and Wednesday. Beautiful but chilly for Thanksgiving. Cold front offers us a rain chance Friday and then leaves us cold and dry through the weekend.
Well, still ahead, we're continuing to bring you holiday recipes from our table to yours. So coming up around 6:50 a.m., join meteorologist Taylor Stephenson as she shares favorite Thanksgiving dishes from 13 WMAZ co-workers with you. Today's recipe is sure to have you stuffed. And I'm not talking about the truck, so make sure you stay with us.